Welcome, everybody, to the show. Every week, I try to start off with a bit of a poem. This week, I happened to come across a person on Instagram who had put together a really nice poem himself that was describing a situation he found himself in, having been mocked a bit for painting his nails, having his daughter paint his nails, and took to Instagram to record a poem. I really found it kind of nice, just sentiment. So I thought this week, why not have this poem in lieu of my own? This comes from a user, BUPC_boopsy on Instagram, and I'll have him take it away.
Someone made fun of me for having my nails painted, so I wrote a poem about my daughters painting my nails, because that's who does it. Here goes. I'm a big manly man with a beard on my chin, with muscles and stubble and thick leathery skin. I grunt when I stretch and I snore when I sleep, but I'll twirl in a damn tutu without missing a beat. My daughter's my boss, and I'll do what she pleases. She paints up my nails in soft pinks, and it teases. She brushes my hair with a bright plastic comb, then says, "You're a princess. Now spin and prance home." We prance and we dance in a colorful parade. We belt out our ballads in sparkles and shades. We sing Let It Go till the neighbors just move. Then we jam Bluey with a dad bod groove. I'm a tank in a tiara, a linebacker in lace, with a crown on my head and a smile on my face. And when people stare like that ain't quite right, I just blow 'em a kiss and say, "Boy, you want to fight?" So I don't need your rules or your macho man moans. I'm a dad with a princess, and I have a heart made of stones. Not cold ones, my friend, but the strong, sparkly kind, the type forged in love with a tea party in mind. So chuckle and point and scoff if you must, but this glitter's my armor, and I wear it with trust. 'Cause the toughest of men don't flex or get loud. They host princess parties and make daughters feel proud. So pass me the blush and the boa that shines. Let's dance like giraffes through the invisible pines. I'm the burliest gent in a pastel disguise, and I love every moment. Now where's the sparkle for my eyes?
Perfect.
Hey, well said,
great.
sir. Congratulations. From the dad of BUPC_boopsy, and a wonderful way to kick off this episode of New Dad Gaming.
Adult beverages are poured. The kids are asleep. Welcome to New Dad Gaming. It's a show about fatherhood, gaming, and new fathers figuring out their gaming lives.
My name is Trevor, and I have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old.
And I'm Jeff. I have a almost 15-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Oof, that felt so old when you said that. Oh my god!
Say that. You're just like, oh, I wouldn't like to be you. I don't know. You sound old.
Well, I'm getting it from some older dads where, hey, before we begin though, remember everybody, in this show we try to show just because you became a dad
Does not mean it's game over.
unless you have a 15-year-old.
Unless you have a 15-year-old. Then there's no continues. That's it.
Yeah. But no, I've been hearing from some dads who now have older kids, and the one that I'd recently had heard was a repeat of what my parents would say, where my mom did not sleep until we all came into the house.
Oh,
So,
okay, yeah.
So as much as we had like a 1 o'clock curfew, especially as like we kind of got older, even when college you're just staying back, like she could just not sleep until she heard like the car come in, the door close, and like, okay, they're home now. And I've heard that now from a few parents of like older kids who've kind of started to move out, is that even when they come back, they're like, oh, well, they moved out. You're not going to have as much thoughts of them. But instead, like when they are back, until they get in the house,
Right.
bets are off. So when you say
Yeah.
15, it's just, I'm almost like sensitive to it because it's like, oof, like these days are coming.
Yeah, they are. Like, I mean, I don't even see my 15-year-old anymore. Just they're out all the time with their friends, especially with summer. So, yeah, it's a lot. Just to like even bank on that, like that's where a cell phone is needed, so they can always check in and like you always know where they are, and that's what that point is, right? Like, what are you doing? Are you okay? Are you in a ditch?
Have you eaten in the last 2 days?
That is the biggest part. I have never thought, because my kids would eat the fridge when they were younger, right?
Yeah.
And now you have to remind them to eat because they're out doing stuff or whatever they're doing and they forget to eat. And when they do eat, they eat the fridge. But like, how do you not know? Like, why is the body not telling you to eat?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I've had this terrible pain in my stomach. Have you eaten
Yeah.
in the last 2 days?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got a headache. Oh, really? Like,
Have you had any water?
yeah.
At
like,
all?
Anything? Oh, no, nothing? Okay, awesome.
Oh, man. So, yeah, those days are coming. I'm really trying to find time to be with mine because that thought weighs upon me. Because it's like, this is a great, like a perfect zone right now. Like with 7 and 10, but to be 8 and 10,
Yeah.
where they're old enough to be a little self-reliant and they're funny and interesting and they have their personalities are flourishing, but they're not yet realizing dad's not cool.
Right.
So it's like, so you got this like perfect little zone of temperature right now where it's just like, all right, we're still like good. This is still a lot of fun and great, and but you're not old enough to kind of like run away. So it's like this is prime time as far as I'm
Eat
concerned.
eat that up, Trevor. It's coming. I mean, come on.
It'll come for you
Don't be
too.
me. Don't be Jeff.
It'll come for you too. Now, one thing we've been a bit remiss on in the summer, besides, again, thanks everybody who wrote in, sent messages and everything. Everything's going great with the show and podcast. No dire reason to miss weeks except that
No.
it's just summer. It was end of school. It's been chaos. So Jeff and I are trying to keep up. I think we'll be able to get a lot more regular as we get back to, honestly, school time in September. So we'll do our best to get some episodes out, but everybody that wrote in and wrote some notes of encouragement and kindness, appreciate you. Hope all you dads are doing good out there as well. I think it's a sentiment you mimic there, Jeff.
Yeah, it kind of keeps us grounded. You're like, oh yeah, it has been a couple of weeks since we've got together. So yes, thank you for all the notes and emails and kindness. We are alive. We are functioning. It's like we blinked and the end of school, and we're now not middle of summer, but it feels that way. I don't know. Time has flown. So
Yeah. What day is it anyways? I don't even. It could be September for all I know at this rate.
No idea.
Now, one thing we cherish every summer is an opportunity to kind of slip into summer dad mode, and that one of the ways that we enjoy is with a tasty beverage. So we've always like to have the dad beers of summer, where we try to find like an interesting brew every week to showcase it. Now, we do our best to try to have something that's a bit more available, but often we come across something that's a bit more local. We're going to just have to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, and I think we have a mix of both this week. So I think we'll have one that's widely available and not so much. So,
Yeah. Good extremes there.
There
Yeah.
we go. So for myself, this one was fascinating to me, and I was actually kind of excited to talk about it on the show. This was a recommendation from my dad.
Oh, okay.
Who came at it more from the, hey, this is actually pretty cheap perspective.
Good sell. Yes.
And it tastes pretty good. So it's like that's a nice mix. So mine is, I'm gonna blow the, if a gaming dad wants to let me know the actual pronunciation, let me know. But it's Zywiec, Zywiec. Those are some consonants that do not usually go together.
Yeah, it'd be hard pressed to ask for this at any store. You're like, do you have the week? Here's a picture. Just find it, please. Thank you.
The one with the red and white fellas just like jumping around the front. Go with that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I tend to find with European beers is they tend to be incredibly competent, very crisp, very clean, very refreshing. But I might say a tad boring. Now, that might be because of maybe the limited exposure we have up here in Canada. Maybe Europe has, like, they keep their best stuff to themselves. Or just my limited knowledge. Happy to be corrected. Send notes to @newdadgaming.com. But generally, the ones that we have access to tend to be, they just taste kind of like Oktoberfest beers. Where they're incredibly clean, crisp, refreshing, but they sort of all have the same profile. I can't tell you hand over my heart that this is vastly different than that, but there are just enough interesting notes where out of a lineup of these thus far, this would be one that's like, this would be a go-to. So much so, like, I've gotten this beer many times over the summer. Like, this has been one of like the regulars in my fridge because it tastes fantastic, drinks easy, and it is surprisingly cheap. Like, it is this tall can for like $2.50 at a time where you're seeing some of these like craft brews and everything get up to like $5 a can.
Yeah, it's not sustainable. So
So man, win. This is like an excellent brew. If you have it at a local, I would highly suggest you pick it up and give it a shot.
You got my vote. I'll try and look for this thing because Trevor recommends, and it's cheap.
There
Trevor's
you go.
dad recommends, so we got two Trevors here. So
Hey, there you go. Hey, but now yourself, I think you pulled out. It's a local one, so
it's a local one.
Anybody might have to travel for this one, but if you're in the area, it sounds like this is gonna be a good one to get.
Yeah, if you visit the capital of Canada, in Ottawa, there's a beer called Trouble in the Fields, and I got it on random, actually from like a local pub. And it was like one of those things, like, I don't know of any of these rotational pours. They have all these rotational pours on tap. I'm like, let me just like blindly pick one, right? Got this one, very easy to drink, goes great with whatever I was eating at the time. I think it was like barbecue or something. And just, I think it's more so like just an easy one. It's a lager, so there's not much to it. And it's a nice one to have, a nice one that I will, I think, keep in rotation if I can. I've recently looked this one up and it's nowhere available. So I might have to go back to this establishment and get another growler of it. So,
Since
I'm not
it's
sure.
Since it's in my hometown, I'll have to, for the good of the show,
right.
drop
Yes.
by and see if I can find it. So this is from Dominion City Brewing. Makers of a couple of good brews I've had. Now this one does mention, so it's lager with heritage corn.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. So
Like, did you taste it? Like, oh, this is a bit of corny on the cobby. Like,
I didn't get that. Maybe because I just slathered my corn on cob in like butter. But yeah, there was something to it. I couldn't place it at the time, and I guess that's that corn taste, right? But it wasn't like overpowering. It was just like on the edge of it as a aftertaste sort of thing. But it wasn't. I don't know. It was very easygoing, great with meat, barbecue meat, and it was like a 40-degree Celsius day. So anything that was ice cold was probably hitting the spot. So that might have shifted my view a little bit. But no, it's been fantastic. So it is one that I will look out for. And, you know, if you find it in your hometown, then let me know. Like, again, I don't know if it's out of service and I had the last pint of this thing.
the
But
very last.
you never know. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the rest of the show. So what I wanted to discuss is, very happily, we have my wife's parents and sister in. So we're having a fantastic. So it's summer thus far of the in-laws.
Right.
If anybody who's watching the live stream or the video on YouTube will notice, like, I'm in a different setup here, like in a different corner of the house, because I unceremoniously kicked out of my office, which became a bedroom for the purpose of the visit. Happily so. I'm very happy to do so.
Yes.
But with that comes a new house dynamic around where can you play your games. Because, you want to make sure everybody's comfortable. Everyone's got their own kind of setups or screens or wherever else is going on, so you can't necessarily have the same setups that you did. Right. Yeah. And to be clear, that's more on me than it is on them, in that, like, they are very accommodating, good guests. I mean, more just like, I don't want to be in the living room blasting away at games and they're trying to have like a conversation or something. So,
yeah, makes sense.
What has happened is, like, I've ultimately set up what I would call the dad gaming cubby upstairs in the bedroom. And there's two main ones. Like, there's because it's a little bit of game time before we go to bed, like just kind of tucked away where I'm not going to be in anybody's way for whatever else we're doing. It's a nice setup.
Right.
And the two games that have ultimately made the most rotation is NHL 2017.
Of course, yeah.
And then some Nintendo stuff, which I'll talk about next. But with this, it's not how you would expect. Because what I'm doing is I'm using my Oculus Quest 3, which has a HDMI link.
Yes.
So, like, I encourage anybody who's thought of it or has a Quest 3 to look into this, to the HDMI link, with a capture card, which you can get for like $10 to $15 on Amazon. You can plug in any HDMI and then shove it into your headset. And then in front of you, just floating around in your room, or like in a complete like enclosed space, you can choose like the environment. because
Yeah.
Quest 3 has pass through, so you can see a real environment, screens on top of it, or you can be on a spaceship, or you can be in a city, whatever. And then you can take this screen and you can make it as big as you want. So there I am, just like chilling on my bed at night with this like PS4 smashing into my headset, which is just like plastered on my face. And in there is the, all the glory of like, I don't know what, like 2017 EA hockey game, like at 100-foot screen. And I'm just sitting there being the New York Islanders or the Maple Leafs or the Jets, having the time of my life. It's just like, it's so...
I get a visual from this, right? Just like you in the bedroom corner, the PS4 is taking off. The fans on that
Jets
thing
are just like, please don't make... The screen is so... Sir, please, this screen is so big.
And you're just like sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor with his headset on, just having the time of your life. Big smile. Like, wow, yeah.
And you got to think, too, is like the output resolution, I think, is ridiculous. Because because I think it has to put it onto two eyes.
Right.
So it's not just it's not as if I just have a monitor plastered to my face. I have two monitors slammed onto my face that are like have to kind of like interact with each other so that it makes one image that looks like it's floating in 3D space.
Right.
So
yeah.
To its credit, it handles it with aplomb. Like it does great. There's no stutters. The refresh rate is like serviceable. It's great. Like it. So hey, PS4, great console.
I mean, like we did have PSVR with it, so like it's capable. It's just I'm surprised it didn't lift off.
Yeah, as an entire aside, look, it is no great series of insights to say that the NHL EA franchise is really kind of stuck in the mud as far as like they basically just do tiny little refreshes every time, and there's nothing particularly great. Like so it's not, wow, Trevor, what a great observation.
Yeah.
What I would instead say is I would like everybody to go, if you are a fan of NHL games, you either like to play them or maybe you've even recently played like a 2024, 2025, I would encourage you to go back to NHL 17. I think 18 is also seen as a really good one. The amount of energy they put into this game is silly. Like, it's so cool. Like, because what they do is like they have they'll intermix all this real live footage.
Okay.
To really make it feel like an actual broadcast. So the first thing they do is like they'll have the outdoor cam of the arena. So it's like the helicopter shot as if it's on TV, right?
Yeah.
So it's just the actual video of the actual real life arena. And then depending on who you pick, they get these two broadcasters up. It's like, hi, I'm Tom Tuckerson, and I'm Gerald Ford. These two, tell me what New York has to do this time. Well, Tom, what you're gonna find is, and they give an interview about the team, and it's gonna be static. And if you're playing, for over a year, it's like they've said the same four things.
Right.
However, it's just like with the transitions, and even if you're watching on screen right now, like they have the NBC, I think that's NBC,
Like the logo,
or Peacock, whatever it is, and then like during the transition, it slams up towards the screen as if it's an actual broadcast. Look, I can't objectively tell you that makes the game better. What I can tell you is the amount of like effort. Like they're really trying, basically is what it feels like. Is like they're really going for it. Yeah. And it's kind of refreshing in that way.
Well, and it's kind of good to... Well, okay, so maybe that peaking then? Like you're saying the later NHLs don't put this in, right? They've just like, we'll make little things and just call it. And then people will buy it anyway.
I've played 24. I've played, well, not 25 because of we're not playing any new games.
Oh, yeah.
But 24 I had played. Yeah. And it's great. But compared to I had played like 23, and it's like, this is just the same thing.
Yeah.
Now, like where they have put an energy in is like new game modes, and I think it's what makes them money, and that's why they're kind of leaning into that stuff. So there's something... Are you familiar at all with like the FIFA cards system? Like if you're playing FIFA, you can get these cards for players.
Is it like a loot box system?
Yes.
Like you have to... Okay. All right, yeah.
Okay. And I every gaming dads, I would love you to write in and correct me. Like I'm really out of the loop on this stuff, unfortunately. Anyways, like apparently like with NHL, the best I've seen is they have the same type of thing. So they've introduced a few modes. One where it's like 1v1v1, like in this outdoor rink, just trying to get goals, and you can like dress your character whatever you want, and you actually take on other people. Another thing is like this whole card system where you're trying to build a team based on the cards. And so the energy that they put in have been to these live services type of elements, as opposed to the presentation and the flows and like the new deeks or like those kind of like interesting things. And fine. I mean, from a purist standpoint, it doesn't feel like the game. In playing NHL 24, it feels honestly no better than NHL like 2017.
Okay, wow.
The gameplay feels completely on par, if not just more boring.
Huh.
But that's not where they put their energy. They put their energy into this monetization stuff, which is, look, they're a business. At the end of the day, it's sort of like, what am I supposed to say about that? It's sad, but it's like please lose money so I could have slightly more fun occasionally playing your game.
You know, they're in the boardroom and like the guy like Jack has done like a PowerPoint of like, well, look at the data. Somebody is out here playing NHL 2017 and like sharing it, is now hitting podcasts. It's going viral, whatever. And like, yeah, I know we have all these people playing 2025, but like, how about we go back to our roots and like put in the energy and see how that get out, Jack? No, this is not.
Just throw them out the window.
Yeah, not the time for that. We need to put out another year with all these other loot box kind of style things. So
I want to do this more Hut Pack, HUT. So like here it is.
It's like Pokemon cards. It's just like
it really is. So I'm trying to see, like, I'm hoping that like on stream here they'll show like I think you have to buy these packs or earn these packs. So yeah, then you open them and like you
does
get.
It give
players.
you the player?
I think, as best I understand it, and like, man, please, Gaming Dad, somebody write in and like correct what I'm saying. As best I understand it, it gives you the player that you can then put on your team that you can play with. So now your team is better. So the more of these guys you have, the better your team is ultimately. Okay, what is this like? What? How? Hut. So it's called Hut, capital HUT, wildcard mode. Welcome to the wildcard mode. It adds an exciting twist to your ultimate team experience. Start by heading to the Hockey Ultimate Team main hub.
So you have to like draft these.
So you draft cards, you get cards, you can put together a team, and then I don't even know if you play or just like it's simulated. So all the players have like stats, like, but it's Pokemon. Like they basically turned NHL into Pokemon.
Yeah, they're like, okay, here you go. Here's your fantasy hockey league.
Yeah, I hate to knock it because maybe people really like it and they find it fun. It does just smack of
money. Like they just need money. They want profit from this, and I could see people not liking it, but I mean, when do we have
a card system?
Especially when the like later games are probably like online connected or something, and they have to. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of element to it. And they're like, well, you didn't buy your wild card pass, so taking your players away or something.
Okay, so you can buy cards in FIFA, but you can buy traits that are on your card for FIFA. And again, I'm still not really sure if like, does that mean that then like you can have FIFA on your team and you can play them, or I just like what it just for this particular generation it just makes so much sense. Yeah. In the sense that there is a group of individuals who are going to card shops at like 5 a.m. because there's a new Pokemon drop, and they want to get the latest cards so they can complete their collection and sell it online type of thing. And to that group, to that audience, they've introduced all these like collectible cards, like these Pokemon style cards, into the sports franchises. So you can play, but you're also doing like this collection type thing. So it begins but on its surface, it would to me feel like it's inherently bad. Yeah, it's a weird bastardization and monetization of something, but at the same time, I worry that it's old men yelling at clouds in that like what gaming
back in my day.
I'd be curious to know what your 15-year-old would say about us like putting down this card system inside of FIFA or NHL.
Yeah, I would be interested too because they tend to stick with like one game and get all the pieces for it. So if this was their game, they would be fine with that because it's something to keep them busy with it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And I can relate it to the game they're playing now, which is like this hunting game, and they want to like collect all the animals in it or whatever. And they're going about that, and there's tons of DLC for this thing, right? But they like the elements of it. It's their game. They've spent with it like that is it. That's all they do, right? So if it is like your jam, you're gonna like it. But mass audience, I don't know. I wouldn't. I'm an old guy.
I think it's fine. Just like it perhaps like adds to the longevity because you're just always playing towards something.
Yeah, right.
In that I'm already playing this game all the time, but imagine now, I get rewarded by playing more because I get these extra entries to get like the kind of cool cards that I want.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so
Maybe.
It's sort of upsetting in that there's so many of these trends that come in, and it's just like it feels nigh impossible unless it was our full-time job to stay on top of it.
Yeah.
To even because what I really worry about is that we're not doing it justice to describe it correctly, and instead we're kind of like, what's this about? Is this like a Nintendo? It's called PlayStation, Grandma. Come on.
You're gonna have to do your research when you're able to
Yeah.
see how the system works, because we want joyful Trevor who sits in with his MetaQuest headset, having a great time in 2017.
Yeah, just playing the greatest hits of 2017. Merged onto the greatest of current VR trends.
Yeah.
Merging because there I sit right on that precipice of the past and the future, Jeff. There's me in one description.
I like what I like, and I'm going back to 2017.
That was the best year.
It's my happy place.
We peaked.
We peaked as a civilization. That was it.
So that's the summer. My summer is Dad's Gaming Corner, and it's working fantastic. It might honestly just be a new gaming mode that I keep even after our dear guests leave for the season.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm glad it worked out that you could find a way to still game, and we still have a show.
We never did. We will have to see what we can do. We talked about doing a show entirely in VR.
Yes, we did. Yes.
Because I think you still have your Quest, right?
Yeah. Still have it. So
We'll have to see.
We'll
Stay
have to see
tuned,
how that
everybody.
works. Yeah.
Stay tuned. Now, do you have informed, strong opinions of HUT or EA, of FIFA card system? Any of these new kind of card systems within the modern gaming? Do you have your own kind of game cubby? Are you using VR for any of the above? We'd love to hear from you at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. So the other part of that, and this one's really important to call out, I have to make a huge call out to my dear nephews, Ben and Ryan, who gifted me a Switch Lite to use at my gaming dad corner. Like, I was so blown away. That was so generous of them, so wonderful. Guys, thank you so much. It means a lot. I've been using it every night. Because, again, like the situation I faced was that I would like to... So here's what's happening. I knew that I was going to try to create like a gaming corner for myself.
Yeah.
That was just a little space outside of the rest of the family because of the guests we had.
Yeah.
And what started to cross my mind is like I have this fantastic Nintendo backlog that I would like to get through.
Right.
But the challenge is that the Switch is one of the main consoles that my youngest uses to access Fortnite, which is ginormous as far as a file download goes. So like anything I try to download onto that system just gets immediately downloaded, just immediately deleted.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So it's this constant push and pull, and then especially if like I play at night and then they wake up it's gaming time, they're gonna have to come and get the It's just a nightmare.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want them trudging through your gaming corner.
Right.
Like,
so I had started to look around, curious if like how much are Switch now that the Switch 2 is out, how much are Switch Lites going for? And I was starting to play in that space.
okay.
So they got word of it. You remember the entire setup previous from one of the previous episodes, and listeners may remember. I was able to grab on behalf of my brother a Switch 2 reservation,
Right.
so that I was able to order on Amazon, got shipped to their house, and say, "Hey, you guys take this. Like this will be fantastic." So because they had the Switch 2, it's like, all right, well, I mean, we could charge you $80, but instead, like, we'll be generous, and they just gifted it to me. So shipped up, and here it is. Bam, I got the Switch 2, or sorry, the Switch Lite. So man,
Nice.
guys, Ben and Ryan, thank you so much, guys. I was so generous. I've been playing it every night. It's meant so much to me. It's been great, but it's been amazing to play. So firstly, have you touched a Switch Lite? Have you had any experience with it?
I have never touched a Switch Lite. I've seen them, but I've never like handled one.
I suggest it. Like, it's a shame now because this is a weird time to get invested in this console.
Is it? I mean, like it's like 9 years old at this point or something. So
It's that, but just it's also like Nintendo's moving on. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It might be. I'll tell you. Actually, I'll take that back. This might be the sweet spot before something becomes retro, but people trying to get rid of them, so you can probably pick them up cheap. I would suggest you pick one. Like, hold it because it's so charming as a device. Like it's very personal. Like all the corners are like really soft. Like it just fits really well in your hand. It is light by its name.
Ooh, yes.
Right. So the entire thing of it just feels incredibly personal. And I'm talking to someone who owns a Switch, like a normal one, and just by comparison, this thing feels so much more friendly. It might be the way I could even say it.
Is it smaller than?
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
like the
so-
screen is smaller.
Yeah.
Like,
So the whole
okay.
thing is slightly smaller, definitely lighter. You don't have like the Joy-Cons kind of coming on and off, and just
Right.
everything else on it just feels a little bit rounded off, a little gentler, a little softer, and just like, man, it's so nice. Like it's great.
It's towards your form factor that you always appreciate. You're like, it's getting there. Like,
That little handheld's just all you need is a flip up screen, and we'd be all set. It'd be perfect.
right, Nintendo, come on. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. That you got like another one to complement your like little gaming corner.
What can I say? So it is awesome. And the one that I've been playing, like the first thing I've been diving into is Zelda Link's Awakening, which I had before we did the
Yes.
the purchase one. Like I had started this
Yes.
game, and this this is one reason I'd given up is that because my kid got it as a birthday gift. I started it in earnest when he first got it, but then every time I wanted to play it, it was deleted. Or like the
Right.
saves and everything were just off the system. It was just like, all right, well, this is great.
I'm not gonna do this. Yeah.
So super excited to be in, and that's just been taking up a little bit of my time. And it feels like such a compact, reasonable game. If you would speak to it, like I remember, like you've had, I think even like fond memories from the original of like playing this game.
The Game Boy version of it. I loved it. It's something that I completed multiple times. I did multiple playthroughs of it. The remaster version, I guess, that's on the Switch. Completed that. I had a great time with it. I just love how they translated it into the 3D. But yeah, very quaint, cozy game. So like everything is like accessible. The map is not too huge. You can kind of tell where you're going. I think it gives you maps, or you earn the maps so you can like understand where you are in the world. It's a very like, again, just a cozy game. I want to say cozy. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, it's just the size of the map is refreshing. Like it's so tight. Like it is not massively expansive. Like it's interesting. Like every screen you go into is kind of really well built, and there's interesting things to see. There's different biomes and all the usual, Zelda classics. But it's just this kind of compact, approachable. Like it feels like I'm gonna be able to beat it. Just like
Yeah, you can kind of see the end to it, right? Like you're like, oh, I can get over there. Like I might have to earn like, a tool to get over to that cliff, but like I can see it. I can see the goal. It's not like this mystery thing, right?
Yeah, it's not some 80 hours of grinding to possibly unlock the entire map. It's just instead it's just like this nice little story. It's a nice little game. It's if anything, it might be a rich vein to tap because the physical limitations of Game Boy games, as far as like you just couldn't, you can't be that big.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you translate that, but with like modern graphics and modern niceties, so that it's nothing too overblown, too crazy, too difficult to go through. Man.
This thing will hook you in, and I will say I spent an ungodly amount of hours fishing in this game just because I liked it, and then you can, grind coins and get whatever you want. But it was fun to me. It doesn't get you better things. Well, it might give you a better item, but it's spent so many hours doing that.
Yeah, like I said, it just what really was notable to me was how refreshing the small scale of it was.
Yeah.
Without, but not. It's just less wide, but not less deep.
Yeah.
Like the depth of it is great, the challenge of it is great, a lot of fun, interesting story, but just it didn't feel the need, or just couldn't back in the day. It just can't be 120 hours of grindfest, and man, having a great time.
It kind of speaks to the contrast of what you were playing with Elden Ring, where we're looking on screen with the boss battle that's probably like 8 tiles wide. And Elden Ring, you're on a horse trying to run up to the boss, which is probably the entirety of this map.
So just adored. And hey, so one last call, Ben and Ryan, thank you so much, guys. Like, it was such a generous gift, and like it's been used ad nauseum this summer. I think it's going to be a bedside companion for years to come at this rate. It's so great. Now, this tight, condensed map and content is in very stark contrast to a game that you've decided to step back into. And the second you said it, I knew exactly why you stepped into it, which we'll also get into. But do run us through it.
Yeah, so I'm back into Death Stranding, right? Like, so
Dad Packing Simulator 2000.
Right, you're trying to make it in one trip from the car to the house with the groceries. That's what this game is. Like how to stack your cargo, how to get over terrain, what you have to do to work with others and get to where you need to go. Right? So again, in contrast to what you were talking about, cozy small thing, this thing is like a massive, massive world. I think you kind of know where I'm going with this is like obviously Death Stranding 2 is out. Mm-hmm. It looks phenomenal. They've basically made all their systems in this better. So I felt like, with our new kind of, friendly bet to go back and visit backlog and actually beat things that you own, I have never beaten this.
I thought for sure you had beaten this one.
Because
you were all about it. It just scratched so many itches for you.
It did. It's like, I think I maybe got halfway, so I restarted. I didn't even go back to that save. I restarted it.
You're so lost as to like what is happening.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like even with the buttons and stuff, I'm like, well, I'm in now a world that is like, got more peril. I need to start from the beginning. But I will say that even with this being gigantic, right, it's still very much cozy in a way. Like it's just you, your cargo, and the world ahead of you. So it's very much like that journey, almost like a road trip. So I find those kind of almost Zelda cozy vibes in this where like, yeah, there's enemies dotted about the land and whatever, but it's really just you out in nature trying to, protect your cargo and like your journey and make the best of it, right? And just make these deliveries. There's usually no like time constraint. I say usually because some of them are timed because it's like, don't expose this to sun and you're racing down a mountain trying to like not have it melt or something. But most of the time you're just out there you're just seeing the world. So I'm back there hopefully trying to beat it before my attention goes to something else. Right?
Would you put Death Stranding? So the second you said that, it's like, so what has happened is that Jeff has seen a bunch of the Death Stranding 2 clips and said, God damn,
Stop.
I hate that I can't buy this year. This sucks.
Yes.
It's like, fine, I'll just go back to this one.
Yeah, I can get the same kind of vibes by something I already own that I didn't beat. And why would I jump into a sequel, like direct sequel, without knowing where this one kind of ends? So yeah, that was my thought process. You know me too well. Like I saw all the hype around it and the good reviews. I'm like, oh man, it does look good. So
It looks
back.
crazy, man. Like it's such a fascinating, like just packing and carrying simulator. But some of the new clips, like with ladders and motorcycles and just so many things just see hog wild. Like it's just mental.
Yeah, and they've like really upped the environmental stuff. So there's rivers that flood and go down and like rock slides and all this stuff. Like the terrain changes. There's earthquakes. Like, and in this one, like you don't have too much of that. Like there's snow-capped mountains and maybe some, rocks that kind of tumble, but they just upped everything. I'm just glad that people are still in this game helping out the online environment, because you can build roads that appear in other people's games, and it's all about community and connection, right? So people are still out here playing, helping me along, helping this old dad get back and completing
sorry.
this backlog.
I'm
So
not sure if you'd mentioned that or if I just like forgotten it. So you're saying that people who make online, like just in normal gameplay, things that other people do online will come and affect your just like offline play, or is it only like in certain online? Is there like an online mode, or you're saying like their online actions have offline consequences for when you're playing it?
it's more like online mode, like Elden Ring. So you know how in Elden Ring you can
Okay.
put down a
Yeah,
sign
yeah.
or call in a player. This one you can't call in a player, but putting down the signs, you absolutely can put down signs that warn you, like, oh, you need a ladder this way or go this way or whatever.
Okay.
But there's also structures that the community can build. So you can see someone start a road that will help your journey. It's much better to take a road through a mountain than climb it, right? So you can donate materials to build that road, and then somebody else from another world may donate materials to that same world or that same road, and then you see it being built, and it affects the gameplay, and then all the trails through the world eat away at the terrain, so you can see the trails that have been made from many people passing through. And it's kind of a neat way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like it's really interesting. I think when it launched, people didn't really get it, and it takes a while to really figure it out. But if you're into, just having fun in that way and really not have much of a threat besides your cargo melting in the sun, it's fun. It's like a great dad game, and pick up and play, not a problem, unless you're like me and put it down for a couple years and don't know where you are in the story. I wouldn't recommend that. But otherwise, yeah, it's a pretty chill game that I am preparing for the sequel. Whenever that happens, that I can. Maybe that's what breaks me in this friendly bet. But
Man, you're so close though.
it's July. We're not close.
You got half a year. You made it halfway. It's like you've done the half marathon, which is kind of impressive.
Right, yeah. That's been a while. I mean, summer's going quick, so we got that going.
It'll be fall before you know it. And as soon as it's fall,
Right.
it's basically Christmas.
Basically. You
know what
might
we
as well
should-
call it.
God, if we survive,
Yeah.
what we should do is we should purchase each other a Christmas gift of one game.
Okay, yeah.
Just to like that'll be the big break.
That's
we'll have
the
like
cap,
a
yeah.
Christmas or post Christmas stream of like opening each other's. The problem is
Yeah.
if it sucks, it just because I have zero interest, for instance, like at Stardew Valley. It's like respect.
No,
it,
it'll
never wanna
be
play it.
NHL 2025.
And
And
they're
you'll be like, why?
It's like I have it on Game Pass, jerk. You used to be like Stardew Valley. So what the hell is this? I don't want to play this.
I don't want to play this. I'm fine. I'll play it. But no.
We'll have to find a way to do it. It's almost like, well, if we give each other a list, that's not fun.
No, like again,
We'll have to think hard.
yeah, we'll see how. Maybe we drop hints along the way.
I would like to think after this long,
Yeah.
we would like know what the other one like might have missed through the previous year. So
Yeah.
I have confidence in us.
Yeah. No, I get it.
We just listened to the damn podcast, Jeff, 'cause I'm sure
That's
a number of times
There's something in there.
we've already said like, damn, this almost broke me.
Yeah. There's
All right.
been quite a few times on that. So
That's what I think. Oh, all right. We'll wrap it up there for the week, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, have you come across a dad gaming poem? Again, thank you from the the game dabbing poem. I might start to bring in some others' work. Now, I don't want to like lessen my load. I'm happy to keep writing poems as we do the show because I do find it fun. But if you do have some words you want to share, if you've found a poem that you think is fitting for the show, all these things and more, would love to hear from you. If you have thoughts on the Switch Lite, on Zelda, on large scale versus small, Death Stranding 2, if you want to poke fun at Jeff for not being able to play it, anything and all fun. As I said, anytime we do step away for a week or two, the messages and the emails mean so much. Please do keep sending those to us. And to do so, you can find us at New Dad Gaming on all our socials, newdadgaming.com. Any way we can hear from you, we'd really appreciate it. If you like the show, you can find us on all the major podcasting networks. So Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, anywhere where you get your podcast. Just search for New Dad Gaming. If you do find us on there, what really helps the show is a subscription. And even better is a rating and a comment. Helps boost the signal, get it out to as many gaming dads as possible. Maybe we'll create the ultimate dad syndicate of old Death Stranding. Forget new Death Stranding. Original Death Stranding.
Yes.
And like creating it. Or we have a NHL 2017 tournament.
There
of
you go.
The greatest game. Of the greatest hockey
Team
game
of
that's ever
dads.
built.
That's right.
Just going across. All right, everybody, we appreciate you so much. Thanks for listening. And until next week, my name is Trevor, and I have a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old.
And I'm Jeff. I have a almost 15-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Remember, everybody, just because you became a dad
Does not mean it's game over.
See you next week.
See you later.